All right, cool. I don't want anybody to get mad because I didn't record and they weren't able to be here. So, um, here's the scoop, here's the skinny, because here's the thing, like we can do corporate. We did that corporate call yesterday. I did the corporate cruise one today. But at the end of the day, really my job is to make sure that you guys are all prepared, you guys are all ready, you guys are all connected, and plugged in. This is different than any other convention you guys have been to. And I know there's probably a lot of you guys that are new to convention, so you won't really know any different. But I know that a lot of you guys have been to convention before. And so this is just different. And it's going to be probably the only one of its kind because of the different pieces. Did everybody get did everybody get on Whova? Everybody get their emails? Everybody got on Whova? So one of the very first things I want to do is it is very important that you guys go on there. It's important that you guys are connected. You guys can see the schedules. And I'm going to start there. And then I'm going to go over a couple of other things, got emailed and download it. Do it. And I say do it now, guys, because the code, I don't want the code to expire or your invitation to expire. Yeah, so yeah, you can ask a question. I might know the answer.
Okay, so I received email from both of I received the Hoover email in both of my emails, like my personal and my business. And I was scared. I'm like, oh, so now they were talking about how you should match your emails. I'm like, okay, I don't know now which one do I have on. So I was able to log in with my personal, but I'm confused because the back office have my Voyage Balloon instead of my personal. So that I'm not
So
still.
when you bought, so did you buy a ticket for your husband or any of your kids?
Yeah, yeah.
So when you bought those tickets, what email did you use?
Oh, maybe I used mine then.
Because so like for instance, like I buy my ticket, I use my email. When
Yeah.
I buy Ben's ticket, you have to use different emails for different accounts. So like
Okay.
Ben, I use Ben's email. Tish, I use Tish's email, and then that way all three of us have
Mhm.
accounts because the accounts are linked to that. So your husband's might be attached to that other email because you couldn't use the same one.
Okay, makes sense then.
Yeah,
Thank
because he probably has on Hoover, like when they put all the people in Hoover, they put the companions and they put the non-agents in there and then they tag them which thing they are. And
Okay.
so that's what those things are. So Hoover, you guys, I'm not gonna go like super, super in depth to this. The biggest thing that I want to do is I want to go through the agenda for those of you guys who already went through it. To me, like hearing it more than once is never a bad thing. Understand you're going to convention. Yes, convention is on a cruise ship, but you're going to convention. So there are going to be times where there's things going on for convention and not outside of that, right? For instance, and as we go through this, Cabo is one of them, right? Cabo, don't book an excursion that leaves before we're done with convention, right? Trust me when I say like you don't. They're doing that's where they're doing awards. They're the morning of Cabo. They're doing awards. They're doing giveaways. They're doing all sorts of different things. There's some pretty good trainings and whatnot. So Tuesday early bird registration. How many of you guys are coming in on Tuesday? How many are you guys coming in on Tuesday? I know how to get in. Mimi, we are okay. If you guys are coming in on Tuesday, please register on Tuesday. Just because there's going to be, let's just say 1,000 people registering. And so I'll be arriving in a week. Okay. As long as you're in the area, right? So make sure you guys, if you're in the area on Tuesday, register. That way, Wednesday, you don't have to because everything kickstarts Wednesday morning. So you don't want to have to miss any of those things. I know some people are going to Disney. I don't know what times you guys are doing that. But early bird registration is from 2 to 8. It's in the Queen Mary Britannia Salon and Deck. You guys, if you've never been on the Queen Mary, there's lots of different rooms. There's lots of different like meeting spaces. So if you can't find that space, at least you know, like, hey, I'm going to the Britannia. Wednesday, registration is going to go on from 7 to 10 p.m. There is a welcome picnic tentatively scheduled. We are waiting on the city to say yes or no whether that's happening. For those of you guys that have been to conventions before, there is a welcome experience. We have set that aside for first time attendees only because we had people going to a welcome experience last year that this wasn't their first time, and we had people that were coming for the first time that couldn't get tickets to that. So you guys, that's why it says ticket required. It doesn't cost anything to go, but you will need a ticket because it is limited space. We will be broken, huh?
I'm sorry. Can I ask you about that
Yeah.
welcome experience? They said last night that they were going to release the tickets or do something next week as to sign up for it.
Mhm.
And I'm going to be leaving for Greece on Monday. So
No,
and I want to get into one of those sessions. Is that going to be a problem?
It shouldn't be because I want to say each session holds 120.
Okay.
So that's 240-ish people. I don't know I know you're going to Greece, so I don't know if you'll be able to get emails or not.
I'm going to try.
Okay. Just check in. And I'll be sure to, like, when they become available, I'll put them in there. Hey guys, like, it's available. But because it's only for new people, hopefully there shouldn't be an issue. In years past, we break you guys up in groups, group 1, group 2. In years past, it's been group 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only going to be 2 groups this year. And this is a way for us to kind of crowd control, give direction. So we don't have, 400 people at this one and 200 people at this one. It's evenly spaced. So again, trainings will begin. That's when the trainings will begin. Exotica and downtown travel. Welcome reception is from 6 to 11. So it's welcome reception, trade show, IATN pinning, all of that. Our groups aren't in Hoover yet, right? Correct, Tasha. Those aren't in there, but as more veterans know, like, that will start gradually being added in there. And so the other thing too is the groups are the groups. You can't request a group and you can't change a group. So if your BFF travel buddy is not in your group, it's okay, right? You're going to make a new BFF travel buddy. Picnic is for everyone if happens. Welcome experiences for newbies. So the picnic is tentative, but the picnic is for everybody. The picnic is for everybody. And as that is confirmed, I will get that information out to you. It is within walking distance. We plan on having like cornhole and, I don't know, lawn Jenga, like whatever kind of like lawn fun picnicky type games. And then I think the talk is about getting a taco truck. Hi, baby girl. Love you. And then IATN pinning is going to be here at 9 o'clock. I know some people have family that are going to be able to watch them and want to watch them get their IATN pin. So they will be able to do that. And again, that is in the Britannia Salon. So you guys can see here, it shows the different places. It looks like, so like the welcome experiences in the Victoria room and everything else is in the Britannia. Let's see, Thursday. Thursday's the day that we get on the cruise. Do you guys remember what time we have to be on the cruise by? What time we got to be on the cruise by? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. That is the time. So when you guys do your guys' cruise check-in, obviously most of you guys probably are accustomed to cruising or at least booking cruises. You will be able to do your check-in and you will pick your time for getting on the ship. For those of you guys that are driving in, you're going to park in the parking structure. You guys are going to have to pay for parking. Just make sure you don't park your car in the Queen Mary parking lot because you don't want to get towed. Also, for those of you guys driving and parking at the Queen Mary during the Queen Mary portion, The parking is going to be $10 a day. You can come and go. Yes, the earlier the better. Driving, Sukina. So for the Queen Mary portion, you're going to park in the Queen Mary parking lot. But for the cruise, you're going to park in the Carnival parking structure. So they're very close to each other. They're like split by like a street. If time permits tonight, can we review how you determine if you make I-10? Yep. Embarkation, you guys are going to be on there. We do have an Evo sail away cocktail reception. This is probably one of the only things that only agents can go to. It's because in the Limelight Lounge, it's so small that it can't hold everybody. And so we did have to, make the cut. It's not going to be super long. It does say 4 to 6, but this is kind of where we do our welcome and whatnot, and kind of kick it off. So Evo sail away cocktail reception. I think that they are planning on doing like champagne or things like that. As you guys know, groups, we get fun things when we book groups, and we are a very large group. And so I think this is one of the things that we're getting. So might as well use it. Founders Leadership Toast. This is by invite only. I don't make the decision of who goes. I don't make the decision at all. So don't ask me if you're going to the Leadership Toast. I will tell you, in years past, the people that go are promoting golds, platinums, founder council, committee members. And I can't remember if somebody else can tell me. I can't remember if IATAN went last time or if it was just leadership, because it says leadership. I believe it was just gold and above. Last year was gold and above. Yep. So every year they kind of do, they do something a little bit different. I think last year we actually got to pull in some extra people, but that is going to be invite only. And if you get that invite, it is from 8 to 9. You will know if you're invited at registration. That's when they'll give you your gold and silver ticket. So that's it. That's all that's going on Thursday. Friday, gold and none of you guys. Okay, you guys don't need to worry about that. I don't think there's anybody going that's promoting. Let's see. General session starts at 7:45 and goes until 9:40. Then, and that's in the Theatro. Then general session continues at 11:20 to 12:30 in the Medici restaurant. And then at 3 p.m. is when the breakout sessions are going to happen, and they are broken up into groups. So group 1, group 2. So you guys are going to get a wristband. You guys have to keep that wristband on for the entirety of the cruise. For the remainder of the convention, you guys will wear that. Don't take it off. I literally don't take it off till I get home. So that way I don't get in trouble for taking it off. So that's where those breakout sessions are going to be. And if you guys have questions as I'm going through this, feel free. You guys can ask. I don't mind. Let's see. Training and promotion session. So Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 in the Teatro Theater. Then fun day in Cabo on OWN. We are in session until 11 a.m. So if you plan on booking an excursion in Cabo, remember that in Cabo, you are tendered to the dock, to the port. So we are a floating island, and you have to take a boat into Cabo. Now, depending on the excursion, you might meet on the ship or you might meet off the ship. So just pay attention to that. But again, do not make an excursion until after 11 a.m. And then you guys are free to do whatever you want to, just as long as you're back on the ship at 6 p.m. And don't forget, you'll get left. Don't be a dock runner. So training and promotion sessions, and then fun day in Cabo on OWN. Sunday, July 27th, this is a day at sea. I always like to take notes during sessions if I can, but there have never been enough chairs at tables, which makes note taking easier. Will that be the same for this year? So Daryl, so it's in the theater. There's no tables. So if you've, I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise ship before, but it's a theater. So there's no tables like in years past. So I would take note of that. So if you're somebody who wants to take notes or something like that, bring, I don't know if I'm going to make myself old, but do you remember like those lap cushions that had like the cardboard tops to make your own desk? Or bring a clipboard or bring a notebook, like something like that, something sturdy so that way you can take notes. Or if you are a digital note taker or something like that. I was just thinking of those things. Lap desk. Yes, we have one. We love them. Ooh, I literally have one of those, right? So that is a great thing to bring up, Daryl, because there's not. You're literally in one of those folding movie chair, whatever they have in the theater. Okay, so 8 to 10 a.m. there is our training session. And then our next one is 2:30 to 5:30. Now, a couple of things about these let outs, these morning let outs. There is going to be some sessions that when we say, okay, it's over, get out, you have to get out because we are still using public space. And there is, and I can't remember if it's this day or another day, but there's a day where we have to be out at a certain time because the cruise line has 15 minutes to actually flip the theater for an art auction. And so when it's all done, you don't have to go home. You just can't stay in the theater. Go hang out outside the theater. So just be mindful of that. And then 2:30 to 5:30 is going to be that next promotion session. And if you guys click on these, it'll actually tell you what's going on. I'm just not going super in depth on that. 8 a.m. meet me at the bar. All right, so Monday, July 28th. This is our day in Ensenada. We will be having a fiesta. There is a building that we are going to be occupying. I've heard it's like walking distance. I'm not sure if there's going to be shuttles, but it's there in the port area. We are going to be having supplier trainings there. There's going to be food, those sorts of things. And so that is going to be a day of training, but in Ensenada. So again, expect to be at that most of the day. I don't know when it's going to exactly when it's going to let out. But you might be able to like go walk into or like kind of see some of the port, but I wouldn't schedule a excursion for Ensenada. And then Tuesday the 29th, we get off the ship. And just like that, it's over. And we all go home tired and full of things. So that's what I wanted to go through. You guys can look through the attendees. I know this is always fun to go through the attendees. You all know team-wise like who's going. But if you're somebody who's like, oh man, I've met people on other teams or whatnot, like, oh, let's see if they're coming. You guys can look here to see who else is attending. You guys can say hi, you guys can bookmark, whatever. There is a community. Now understand there is community standards. So don't spam things, don't go crazy. And you think I'm crazy by saying that, but there is a leaderboard over here and you get points for starting conversations, for responding to things. We do have some Whova police. And so if they find you spamming or whatever the case may be, you could lose your leaderboard positioning. But there's already conversations in here. There's people that might schedule meetups in different places. Tours, ghost tours, I guess. So you guys can come through here and read up. There's already how many things in here. You could literally get lost in Whova in all of the information. You guys can also send messages to people here in Whova. I personally probably wouldn't get used to that because it can get kind of busy in there. You guys, photos can be put in here. The leaderboard is in here. You guys can see here who's already got 76,000 points, 52,000 points, almost 38,000 points. And so it'll tell you over here what you get points for. It's just a fun way to get to know each other, talk and whatnot. So you guys can go through here. There's also bios. So if you guys want to read people's bios for the speakers and the trainers, you can do that as well. I'm not going to go through this whole training that I did earlier, but I do want to talk about a couple of things. So Ensenada, our companions are not able to attend Fiesta. They, if they have a ticket, yes. Tony basically said, like, we're not going to turn anybody away from the Fiesta, but if they have a companion, non-agent, agent ticket, yes, they get to go to the Fiesta. That's part of what that ticket is including. Let's see. I'm so excited. It's so exciting. Let's see. I got the email. Oops, what did I miss? I got the email to get into the Whova app, but it's asking for an invitation code. Is that coming or did it miss it? It's in the email, but it's like in the paragraph of the email. It's not like highlighted. It's not bold. And so it should be in there. Let's see. I know you said yes to soda and wine. Can we bring our own bottled waters? No, I mentioned, no, we cannot. Do you have to delete last year Whova app and then reinstall for this year? No, but you have an invite to this event is what that email is for. So a couple of things that I want to talk about is internet. The Whova app is going to have the schedule, the play-by-play, day-by-day. It's in bold with number and letters. Okay, perfect. I couldn't remember if it was bold. It was late at night when I was dealing with Daedra when we were doing the whole thing. Internet. The Whova app might, and I say might, be what's called white labeled, meaning that you can access it without internet. So for those of you guys that have never been on a cruise ship, you turn your phone into airplane mode, but you can still access the app, like the cruise app. There is a possibility Carnival is going to check out Whova because they have very, very strict policies on whether or not they're going to beta test it and see if they can white label it. If they can, then you'll be able to access the app without internet. Personally, I would get internet. But that's just me. We use the convention, the chat that we have on Facebook. We use that even during convention. And so these are the different internet packages. They are on sale. I just didn't put the sale prices. The only one that's not on sale is the premium multi-device because it is a bundle thing. It's already on sale. Now, you guys can purchase these when you guys get on the ship, but they will be full price. The multi-device, you will not be able to purchase. If you guys want the multi-device, then you'll want to do that a couple days prior to. Yes, premium is currently $119. Now, I was told by Carnival, and do with this information as you wish. If you buy the premium multi-device, you guys remember this isn't a per person thing. It's just how many devices can be on that internet at a time. So if you and another cabin want to go in on purchasing multi-device, there's 4 devices that can be on the internet at any time. If you guys go in, it's $105 per device if you split it up 4 ways. If you would rather just buy the premium yourself, totally fine. If you'd rather the whatever, you guys decide, but this is what those different internet packages include. If you're somebody who wants to be able to call somebody, you have an iPhone, and you want to be able to I call, I don't know what it's called on an iPhone, but you know, Wi-Fi call, you'll have to have premium. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to make those phone calls. There's no guarantee that Facebook calling will work on the social plan per Carnival because the social plan has the slowest internet possible. Yes, we're going to go through drink packages also. Are we buying now or after the 10th? So you can purchase now. Did you say 190 to no. So right here, premium is 100 and the premium is 140 plus tax. Tasha said that right now premium is on sale for 119. So if you wanted to just buy one device, it's 119. If you buy the premium, this one, the multi-device, is 420 plus tax. And then you have 4. So like I'll be getting this one because then I'll have one. My husband will have one. My best friend will have one. And then I don't know, the 4th one will be on a tablet or a laptop of some sort. What if we want to text someone home? What plan would we need? If you have an iPhone, then you're going to want, and you're going to like iMessage, then you're probably going to want the premium. The social you can basically get on social media. The value you can get on social media, you can email, and you can browse the internet. Premium, you can pretty much do everything else. So if you wanted to go social and you could just Facebook message people at home, you could do that way as well. Only texting on Wi-Fi apps, so iMessage or Facebook Messenger. Yep. So that is internet. Drink packages. You guys, I'm going to tell you right now, please don't show up drunk to convention. If you know how to handle your liquor, just be mindful of the fact that you are at convention. Now after convention hours and you want to party it up and do you and whatever else at the bar or the pool or whatever else, that's on you. Just maybe not when you come into convention. There's no way for us to prevent you from coming into the theater with alcohol. I mean, other than like, hey, don't bring that can of beer in here, you know? But if you absolutely have to, get a cup, I don't know, whatever floats your tushy. There you go, Lean. Be professional. Bottomless bubbles. This is going to be your soda. They are Pepsi products. I made sure to put that on there because that makes a difference, in my opinion. So bottomless bubbles, it is all you can drink Pepsi sodas and juice. These are total, not per day, guys. I totaled them out. It does. It really does. Listen, Pepsi and Coke, there is definitely one that's more superior than the other. So bottomless bubbles is going to be your soda and your juice. Cheers is anything else. Mocktails, cocktails, energy drinks, specialty coffee, hot tea, bottled water, non-alcoholic bottled beverages, whatever the case may be. They do not on Carnival do any type of waivers because the Cheers package includes so many other things. Lattes, need the lattes. Now, I will tell you that I did math because I understand that math is hard sometimes. So basically what I did was I took the Cheers package and I divided it amongst the 5 days. I could literally drink 2 $20 drinks a day and I would still come under the $442. So just kind of paid. Hub app is only once on board. Carnival.com, link your booking to your account and then you can click the category. Yes, you're going to want to do everything and I'm going to go over that. I have that pulled up too that we can go through. Does the Cheers package include wine? Yes, I do believe so. They have these wine options if all you want is just wine. And what it is, it gets you discounts. It's like a discount card. It gets you discounts on these different types of wine. So that's the drink packages. Soda, everything, wine. And you guys can do with that as you wish. We can bring one bottle. Okay, yep, we're going on to the next one. Here we go. Here's the next screen. Food, alcohol, and non-alcohol. You can bring any food you want to as long as it's pre-packaged and unopened. So food items. So if you are bringing kids with you and you have finicky, picky eaters or kids that need a certain kind of whatever thing, I don't know, maybe you're a picky eater and you need to bring a certain kind of snack that makes your heart a little happy. I'm not even gonna hate it. Box of Cheez-Its goes on every cruise with me. There is a reason for it. I don't eat Cheez-Its any other time except when I'm on a cruise. So you guys can bring food. It is allowed. You just can't bring pre-cooked stuff. Alcohol. Each person over the age of 21 can bring one bottle, 750 milliliters of wine or champagne. Must be carried on in your carry-on, not checked. Non-alcoholic. Each person can bring 12-ounce cans or cartons of non-alcoholic beverages. So juice, energy drinks, soda, milk, I don't know what else. Water, you can buy water in cartons. I've seen it be done. Again, that has to be carried on with you. It can't be in your checked luggage. Cokes, yep, you can bring your Coke. Listen, Cheryl, Dr. Pepper, that's my thing. I'm like, how do I go a whole week without a Dr. Pepper? That's my big thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I do that. You guys can do that. So again, 750 milliliter bottle of wine or champagne for each person over 21, and then the non-alcoholic 12 cans. Would we be allowed to bring wine in carry on in flight? So Daryl, flights are different. In flights, they have, I believe, we were actually talking about this on the call earlier. You have to check your wine. Yeah, on a flight, you have to check it. But they had a whole conversation earlier today about how close the closest grocery store is. And apparently there is like a grocery store or outlet or something like that, 6-minute walk. So if you guys want to pick up soda or wine or whatever, once you fly in, you can do that. Yes, Victoria, go for it.
Thank you. So I know this may be kind of crazy to others, but because we're literally on the topic about like Coca-Cola, I remember in one of your All Things Cruises training, you did mention about kind of like a get around with the Wi-Fi package is that when you go to the ports, there may be like a Starbucks or like a McDonald's. Is that kind of right now I'm thinking about if I should do the drink package, like the bubbles. But if we can bring our own cans of Coke, if we stop at the port, do you think that there would be a McDonald's nearby?
So as far as you're talking cellular service,
No,
almost
for a soda.
Oh, for soda, I mean there's
Yeah.
So Ensenada, I don't know about Ensenada, but Cabo. So Cabo is like a big marina. So there's not like a fast food. It's like Cabo Wabo, Senior Frogs, like a bunch of like restaurants and things like that. I don't know what I can't remember because I wasn't walking around with the Coke. But I want to say we did get there was Dr. Pepper and Coke products. There is a McDonald's in Ensenada. I had to use there is a McDonald's. It's just not super close to the port where we're going to be. Now, as far as the drinks that are going to be there's going to be at the Fiesta, I don't know what those are going to be. But there is in fact a McDonald's. So
Good.
So,
Thank
also-
you. I was just kind of sitting here. I'm literally texting Perla. I'm like, all right, I think I'm not going to do the drink package. And I'm like, wait, I remember that tip you taught before. So we'll see. If not, that's okay. I'll bring my own cans.
the other
I can
thing,
let you know this, Krista, they will let you, Carnival lets you bring an additional 12-pack on at each port if there's a convenience store. But they're
I
not
like
going
the fact Disney does that too. Disney lets you bring 6 12-ounce cans of beer at each port.
Oh, wow. But they're not going to let you, Victoria, like if you go to a McDonald's and get it in an open cup, they're probably not going to let you bring that back on the ship.
That's
No,
okay. Honestly, like
but
I'll
if
still
you
drink
bring-
it before we
But
get
if you
back on the
bring
ship.
a Yeti and you pour it in your Yeti, nobody checking what's in there. Just saying. The other thing is it has to be she'll check. Listen, if I don't know how she's gonna survive. She does McDonald's every day. Do you still do McDonald's every day? I'll never forget when we learned that Victoria does McDonald's every day.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
That's what
Every-
I said. Even if they don't let me bring it back on the ship, it's okay. At least as long as I just get my daily intake, I'll be good.
She's like, can McDonald's please, can you bottle your soda for me? Can you can it for me? In Cabo, You guys bring some small bills, like cash, like $1 bills, like bring those with you. The bathroom in Cabo, you have to pay to use it. It's $1. It's uno dollar per person to use El Pati. But I will tell you, it's a very nice bathroom. And just so you guys know, when you get off the ship, you're gonna go to the left to go to the potty. El Pati. El Baño. I don't speak Spanish. This kid. Anyways, so just bring some small bills. Also, you never know, like there might be things that you're gonna want to do, like that you might need some small bills for. So bring some. She wants McDonald's to cater Fiesta. That's funny. Okay, we talked about the excursions. You guys can go hit up the fun shops and look at all of those fun things. El Baño, imagine the tide. Okay, we talked about Huva. Cruise ship themes. There are cruise ship themes. I don't know what nights they are, but when I called Carnival, they said these 3 themes will be happening. So 80s Rock and Glow Party, 70s Motown Party, and Fiesta White Night. I think it would be kind of cool if we all did an 80s Rock and Glow Party group photo. So I think it would be cool if people want to dress up in 70s and you guys want to put like, hey, let's meet somewhere and we all dress up. Right, that all it's fun. So Fiesta White Party. This is a great time to plan something. I obviously was doing this for corporate, so you are the team. We could plan something like that if we wanted to. Convention and cruise attire. Convention is business casual. So looking professional, you're going to be taking photos with BDMs. You're going to be meeting leadership. You're going to be taking photos with, founder and VP and all of those other people. So, you want to look somewhat professional there. As far as the cruise, you guys, once convention is out, you're free to wear and dress however you want to. Just be mindful that there is going to be about 1,000 people on the ship from Archer and Evolution. So if you should decide that you want to wear something a little less covering at the pool, just know that, who knows if there's going to be a group shot of people, and my luck, my bum would be in the background. So just be mindful of that. You don't want your bum ending up in the photo circle. You are representing Archer and Evolution throughout the ship. So just be mindful of that. As for dinner, listen, I try to be very respectful of people. If choosing to eat in the main dining room, you guys, the main dining room or dinner in general is on your own. We are scheduled for my time dining from 5:30 to 9 is my time dining. You guys can decide if you want to go to the main dining room, you can. If you decide you want to hit up the buffet and whatever type places, you can. There is no schedule for dinner. If you guys want to do specialty dinings and whatnot, just pay attention to the schedule. Oh, yours says early dining, huh? Mine does not. Mine says anytime, which I want to get that changed because I don't like anytime dining. I got late dining. Well, I got it. Well, listen, I'll just plop up at your guys' table, like pull up a seat. It is anytime dining is just stressful with kids. Because anytime that I like when I show up at the table, they already know what my kid want, like what they want to snack on. I like the same staff. I like the same everything. So that might be something that I change. ASAP-aroonie. I don't like anytime dining.
What was the other one?
What?
What was the other one? So anytime dining and what?
So it looks like some people have 6, some people have 8. So it looks like 6 and 8 are the dining times people have. Anytime dining is 5:30 to 9. So it's like a restaurant. You just show up and you eat whenever you want to.
What is the one that you said you used to do with because the kids? What is that one called?
Oh, I like having a scheduled dining time
Okay.
because I like the staff to get to know my kids, and they'll have like their appetizer already on the table when I
Yeah.
arrive, because kids get hungry and they get bored and they start acting up. So late is 8:15 dining. Okay. So where does it say dining times? I can't find it on my Carnival portal. My time dining is, it's like a restaurant. You just show up whenever you want to eat and they seat you. I'm going to take a poll. Like, can I do, maybe that's it. I'll just be like, I'm just going to go to dinner with you guys. Actually, they're typically different dining rooms too. On some cruise ships, they're different dining rooms altogether. So if you guys have my time dining or anytime dining, you guys can schedule that. I don't know how I got stuck with anytime dining and you people all got time. Oh, I know why. It's because you guys did it in Res Magic and you guys did it that way and I didn't get to. Yep, I prefer my time. Oh, I don't know where that went. I prefer my time that I think we got early. I have anytime dining too. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go to anytime dining with all my people. Whatever. There is a dress code in the dining room. Cruises are becoming less strict on said, but again, you're eating at like a fine dining restaurant. So you can't show up in a bathing suit, you can't show up in cut up shorts and whatnot. There is going to be one formal / dress to impress night. So if you guys do want to participate in that, you guys can bring a formal or dress to impress type thing. You guys have all seen my packing type things before. You guys can take a picture of it. But you guys, I am excited because I need you guys to start planning now. We are going to have a door decoration competition. So you guys can decorate your door. It has to be magnetic or command strips. You cannot use, you can't use tape. So you can use magnets and you can use, and that is a Carnival rule, not a me rule. So there is no theme. It is a free-for-all for you guys to decide. And so we are going to, we will later tell you guys how you're going or how that whole thing is going to work in submitting and everything. But you guys can kind of start, especially those of you guys that are rooming with other people. You guys can kind of start coming up with an idea, but we will be having a door decoration competition. Oh my God, stop. Literally was looking at door decorations earlier. Hi, all my door decorations are Disney themed. Well, there you go. Sharon's are going to be Disney. Nobody said it couldn't be Disney. The only thing it can't be, guys, and I'm not being any kind of way, but if you guys did not see recently, Carnival did put out a letter and stipulation on door decorations that are not allowed. Do you guys all know what I'm talking about? It's not that you can't have pineapples. You guys can't have suggestive upside down ones. Yes. Sukana doesn't know. Somebody put it in the chat because I don't want to on a recorded thing. Let's just say you will get visitors at your door. So anyways, door decoration thing. Let's see. And people will turn them upside down. Let's see. Random question. Our room numbers are not on our luggage tags, but we have a room assigned to us. The luggage tags currently say TBA. Just remembered this when I saw, because you haven't done your check-in yet. Once you do your check-in, which you can start doing on July 10th, I believe it was, it should say it. Yeah. So just don't decorate with pineapples. You'll be good. So door decorating competition. You guys are going to have that. Comfy shoes. Bring tissue. Every year somebody's like, I don't need tissue. And then they cry and they're going to wish that somebody had told them to bring tissue. So if you don't bring tissue and you start crying, don't use the sleeve of the person next to you, because if you aren't crying, you lying. Like, every single person tears up at some point at convention. And those of you guys that have been to convention know exactly what I mean. And it's not even like something sad. It's just something powerful that somebody says, or the emotion of being in this room. Like, it happens. Peppermint candies, you guys have the list here. There are obviously some prohibited items. There are also some exemptions. You guys, I pulled this from the carnival site, so you guys can read up on it. But I just pulled the most important ones. Don't bring drugs, any kind of it. CBD, leave the CBD lotions at home, CBD, like all of it, even if you have a written prescription for it, medicinal, whatever. No boom boxes, no handcuffs, no electrical heating appliances. Sorry, Sharon, I hope I didn't make you spit your water as you were drinking that. You guys can bring like curling irons, flat irons, and things like that. You just can't bring steamers. If you have a CPAP machine, you guys can have that. You guys can purchase distilled water on board, or bring unopened distilled water. I found this one pretty interesting. You can bring a small personalized cooler on board. Thought that was kind of interesting. Seashells, Google type glasses, drones, they are allowed, but they will be confiscated by the chief security officer and be given back to you when you get off port, if you so choose to want to go through all of that nonsense. Okay, so we went over parking your car. Luggage tags, you guys print those. Make sure that you guys get your plastic luggage tag holders. Curbside porters, typically it's $1 per bag is the typical tip that they're expecting. I mean, suggesting they expect it. Kids camp, if you guys have kids that are going, once you get on board, make sure you go to kids camp and you get your people registered for that. You guys will be able to start online check-in 14 days prior to, and you guys, they are sticklers about your boarding passes, so make sure that you print your boarding pass. Travel documents, you guys are all travel agents. You guys should already know this, but if you show up with the wrong ID or the wrong situation and you get left because you can't get on because you didn't bring documentation, it was here. This is a big one for those of you guys who have never been on a cruise before, or you are bunking up with somebody. When you do your online check-in, you will put your card on file. If you're bunking with somebody else, your bunkmate can put their own card on file, and then you can put yours. They will do a $200 hold to make sure to verify that the card is active. Every day they will most likely do another hold if you're spending money, right? If you're not spending money, they're not going to do a hold, but they just want to make sure that you're not outspending what your card can have. You guys can add your VIFP to your account. The easiest way is to call to add it. And then allergies, we talked about that. You can put it in on the site, but also let the dining room know about that. Okay, I got to the end of all of that. Questions?
Krista, I have a question.
Go for it.
So when I first bought the convention tickets last year, Tracy was not an agent, so I got her a non-agent ticket. However, she's an agent now.
You can
Would
change
she
it.
still be able to come to the cocktail thing, or
So this is
would
what's going to
they-
happen. I just got a message about this. Let me find the right chat. I'm in too many chats. I didn't think it was this far down. Here it is. So per Tony, this is update. We will not sell companion tickets at the door. However, you can upgrade from a companion to a non-agent for $50. You can purchase a non-agent for 150, or you can buy a ticket for 150.
So she already
Cash.
has a ticket.
Huh?
She has a non-agent ticket.
Blue box it.
Okay.
Blue box, and they will be able, because the difference between there's not a big different price wise, I don't think, between a
Right, it's the
non-agent and
same thing as the agent. And she can go to all the things, but since they're only letting agents at the cocktail reception, that's my only concern.
yeah, I would just ask there.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm in the same situation with Ryan. Yeah, so Heidi, just blue box it. Because I know there was somebody on the meeting today that had that same or not today, yesterday, people were having that same thing.
Tony said, or VP said yesterday that the only thing different was the cocktail party.
Mhm.
You made that very, I mean, that was like very specific. He said they could go to everything else. So, I mean, yeah, I'm happy to put that in the blue box chat and just ask and see.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what the answer was yesterday. There was so much going on, but you're right. I think he was like, well, the spouses can all hang out at the bar outside.
Yeah, no, I specifically remember him saying that. And then
Yeah.
I thought about the same thing. I was like, well, Ryan's an agent now, but we'll see.
Yeah, because I think that was Janelle had that same thing. Like, hey, my husband's an agent now. Let's
I
see.
see Daryl's question, and I am so confused about this whole IATN thing. So yeah,
We're gonna
can
talk
you
about it.
review that?
Okay. So, IATAN. So, first how to qualify, because I think that was Daryl's first question. It's $5,000 paid out commission in a 12-month rolling period. So, our last one was, what was it? May. April 30th. So April 30th, 2024 to April 30th, 2025. Were you paid out $5,000 in commission?
I'm just going to answer it because I was, but when I reached out and talked to Carol about it, she was like, well, your current IATN doesn't expire until the end of May. And I was like, okay, but that's
So here's the
based
thing, and this
on-
is, I know that you're freaking out about it. So let's say so qualifying ends April 30th.
and I did qualify. Yes, so that's fine.
You qualified May of 2024. So the weirdness, it's like Golds. It's like Golds who promote gold in May of last year. They still qualify for walking a convention this year because they didn't qualify last year. So
but I did qualify last year, even though my card, like, it's like I got an IATN last year based on the April 30th date, but I guess my IATN actual card has a May date. So already, does that make sense? I've only ever had, I'm only in my third year of business, so I only had one IATN last year. So I assumed I needed another one for this year because I've already used that card to walk the stage last year. So I mean, I emailed her. I just haven't heard back.
Yeah. So what we're told on the committee is as long as your expiration date is after May 9th, you're qualified for this one. So whatever they did last time, what they did was because you were approved by April 30th because, and then I don't know if maybe it took time for the processing.
Yeah.
For the email. I don't know what that situation is, but the date is the date of payment. So you have to have paid for your IATN by May 9th. And so, but yeah, talk to Carol again, be like, hey, and like I told you too, I got you. I will talk to Tony too.
Oh,
once
no, I
Tony
just
gets
thought
back
I'd
here.
throw the question out there since other people were asking it. I have emailed Carol. I'm just waiting to hear back, I guess.
So, Chris,
Um,
mine's similar. When I got my first one in 2023, I got it the commission pay after the April 30th cutoff. So I just received my third one that has a May 2026 expiration, but I got the processing in April. This is my third card, but I'll be walking for a second time because I missed the cutoff the first time. And they don't say a specific date in May for the expiration, it just says May 2026. So I would guess that if you got your second one, it's for this year.
hey, Heidi,
Fucked.
Heidi,
Yeah.
go on IATAN's website and renew your card.
And just renew it.
Yeah, you don't have to get a letter from anybody to renew it.
Oh, okay.
I renew mine because mine expires sometime in January. I usually go in at the end of December and I go renew it.
Okay. And so I guess my next question, that's fine. I can go in and renew it. And then we notify Archer that, hey, this, or they just know.
So
Okay.
your card gets mailed to your
You guys
card gets
first.
mailed. Your card gets mailed to Archer's office, and when it shows up, they'll do a quick like, yep, they qualified.
Okay, perfect.
The biggest thing is the first one. Now it's funny because I'm a 4-time IATAN card holder and never have they said anything in regards to any multiple ones, but I've gotten to, it was 2 years ago, they hit me up and they're like, sorry, we got your card in the mail, but you don't qualify. Excuse me? Well, she happened to be looking at one of my sub accounts. And I was like, okay, well, and I was like, no, go look at this account, this account. She's like, oh, never mind. Okay, I'm mailing it to you now. So it just, but yeah, you're fine. Just go renew it. Let's see. Okay. So Daryl, will someone let us know if we are to walk again this year? So it will be in the Whova app. It will tell you. Daryl, did you reapply for your IATAN?
I don't think so. I don't remember ever having to apply for it. What I have now is my second card. So I
Yeah.
walked last year for the first time.
Mhm.
And since then I got a second card and my card says it expires on November of 2025.
No, you're fine. You'll walk.
I will walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Do you automatically get an email with IATAN recognition then? So it will, I want to say there's an email that just came out, or maybe I saw that an email is going to be coming out. But in Whova, it will tag you as an IATAN promoting agent. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, like, let's see if I can show you on. Let me see if I can pull up somebody that I know is promoting. So see right here where it says promotion, it'll say IATAN. Once they load IATAN, it'll load there. And then once your group is assigned, it'll say your group number also. It'll all be on here. Let's see, do you automatically, is there any certain day we will be wearing our TK t-shirt? So Lisa, great question. Amy and I are thinking that it will, if the picnic happens outside the Queen Mary, we're thinking maybe that day, but nothing affirmative yet. But we will let you know when we're going to do like a team t-shirt day. How do you add your Carnival loyalty number on the account? I just called Carnival and added it. Are we having a team thing? We will be having a team thing. It will be team. So one of the things is, and obviously, well, let me just tell you, for those of you guys that have never been to convention before, us Platinums, we would like to do fun things for you. We understand that this convention is a little bit different in the fact that we're bringing kids and family and whatnot. And so we want you guys to have plenty of time with them. And so once we kind of get a more feel, we get closer, we may have some things where we get together for like, let's take a glow party picture. But we really want you guys to be able to experience things and do the things that you guys want to do outside of the convention. But there is going to be something that, I mean, we always have tricks up our sleeves. So there are some things that we are going to be doing that you guys won't know when it happens. You won't know it's happening until it happens. So there's that. Okay, something that we are going to do that's fun. In the spirit of cruising, I don't know how much you guys have gotten involved in cruising, but not only are we going to be doing the door decoration competition, we are also going to be doing a magnet exchange. Krista earned by IATAN, but I don't see anything marked on my. IATAN has not been marked on Whova yet. They aren't going to mark anybody with IATAN because the IATAN cutoff is the 9th to process. So they won't do that. We are going to do a magnet exchange. That's the reason why we needed you guys for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons we needed you guys to fill out the form. And so all you basically need to know now is to pick up 5 state magnets of where you live. So if you live in California, you're going to pick up 5 California, and it could be anything representing California. It could whatever. If you live in Florida, it'll be Florida. Like if you live in Texas, it'll be Texas. And you guys will be kind of meshed together, and we're going to do a fun little magnet exchange, because then you'll leave with 5 magnets from different states. So we thought that would be kind of fun for you guys. And the way that those are going to be distributed is that you won't know who it is that you're giving it to, but you will know the cabin number to go stick it on the door. So that will be the fun way to do that. So it'll be kind of like a secret admirer. You won't know who did it. You'll just know what state they were from. I mean, I like to I like to collect magnets. Also cruise ships, if you guys want to, we are not really going to put it together. But if you've never seen it before, cruise ships do the hiding ducks. It actually started on Carnival. So if you guys want to participate in hiding ducks and finding ducks, you guys can. Some cruise ships, they do fish extenders where you can leave fun little gifties and things, but we're going to do a magnet exchange and we're going to do the door decoration competition. I bring some, what is that? Don't tell people. People know it's yours then.
It's from
Don't tell people.
Barcelona. I sit in Barcelona.
So magnet exchange. All right. Any other questions? I know it's a lot of info. I know we have the chat. We are working on a couple other things. If you guys want team t-shirts still, you guys can still order those. I know Sarah did mention she was going to look into tank tops. I don't know the word on that. Amy and I are working on well, Amy is working on something else. I don't know if you want to talk about it now, Amy, or if you want to wait until you know more.
I'm actually on with her right now. So I'm working on it as we talk, texting. So we've done it before, guys. We've done cups that were Vegas themed. Well, we're working on a cup that was this cruise theme for Mexico Riviera. So I'm working on that, trying to get a design mocked up and a price. And as soon as I get it, we'll put it out in the chat. And anybody who wants them, you can absolutely order them. It's not mandatory, of course, but if you guys are going to have a Yeti on the ship, you may as well have a cup with your name on it and it be representing. And it's going to have TK on it as well.
Daryl, as far as where, so we'll let you guys know, like once it's firmed up, we'll let you guys know. That way, you guys can order them. As far as where, you're going to go to the fun shop, so carnival.com is where you're going to input the cruise information, or that's where you're going to go get your cruise. And then it's under the cruise manager. And it's down here. So shore excursions, drink packages, internet plans, photo packages, specialty dining, spa, salon, gifts, decor, cruise cash, and things like that. Let's see. Thank you so much for everything today, Krista. So excited to see everyone soon. Kahoot with Amy is starting, not to be late. All right, guys. Any other questions? I'm not going to go play Kahoots because I don't want to beat you guys. Happy Cinco de Mayo. All right, guys. We'll let you know if we have anything else for you. And then, like I said, don't delay on the Whova. If for some reason, Nikki, I know you said something about your Whova app. I'll find out who to get in contact with, because you might blue box it and let them know. I think blue box will be able to get to the person doing the Whova better. Okay. Sounds good. All right, guys. Bye.